Daily Express columnist Carole Malone unleashed her fury at Labour after their unevidenced slur against Reform's Nigel Farage. Science Secretary Peter Kyle sparked controversy earlier this week as he said Farage was on the side of predators like Jimmy Savile, linking the Reform UK leader's pledge to repeal the Online Safety Act to supporting paedophiles. Speaking about the comment, political commentator Jonathan Lee said on GB News, "If it came from Number 10, I think it was a very foolish tactic. I understand why they might have done it. They wanted a confected row, the classic dead cat that political journalists love to talk about. The idea being that people would focus on the Jimmy Savile row, instead of the rights and wrongs of the Online Safety Act, which, by the way, I think is bad legislation. It's not a left versus right issue, it's just flawed for a number of reasons." Malone replied, "Bottom line, it was an unevidenced slur against Nigel Farage. And frankly, I hope he does sue over it. But Starmer and his people have kicked themselves in the guts with this." Carole added, "And it shows how much Farage is living in Starmer's head. He's terrified of Farage. And the striking thing? The Tories are nowhere in this row. They've vanished completely, washed out of the TARDIS." GB News host Miriam Cates later added, "There was a legitimate political point to be made. Farage said he'd repeal the Online Safety Act without offering any real plan to protect children. That was a valid line of attack. But the moment they brought up Jimmy Savile, they blew it. It was a stupid political play. Now they look ridiculous, and the story's moved on." It comes just one day after Malone hit out at Sir Keir Starmer following his joint statement with US President Donald Trump, who hit out at the UK over its stance on immigration, wind turbines, as well as slamming London Mayor Sadiq Khan. She said on GB News, "I just think it made him look weak. The stuff Trump was saying, the way he attacked subsidies for wind turbines, how he said we need to provide cheaper energy, and how he said the person who tackles immigration is going to win the next election. He was spot on with all of it. Everything he said was exactly what Keir Starmer isn't doing in this country. And I think you could see it when Starmer and his wife Victoria were there. The two of them were literally squirming. They couldn't keep a straight face while Trump was speaking. Trump was right about everything he said regarding what we should be doing. And Starmer? He never once said, 'This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm running things.' He just let a foreign leader, the leader of the free world, tell him how to run his own country.